Boris Johnson said Europe is now on the edge of a precipice as he pleaded with Vladimir Putin to reconsider his hostile strategy towards Ukraine. Boris Johnson said Russian President Vladimir Putin needs to understand the economic and political consequences Russia would face if he launched an invasion of Ukraine. The Prime Minister said Europe must cut its reliance on Russian hydrocarbons, including the Nord Stream pipelines, to avoid becoming too dependent on Moscow. Speaking to reporters in Scotland, the Prime Minister said the world needs to learn the lesson of 2014 when not enough was done to move away from Russian gas and oil following the annexation of Crimea. Mr. Johnson said, "What I think all European countries need to do now is get Nord Stream out of the bloodstream. Yank out that hypodermic drip feed of Russian hydrocarbons that is keeping so many European economies going. We need to find alternative sources of energy. And get ready to impose some very, very severe economic consequences on Russia." The Prime Minister refused to say whether he will be traveling to Moscow as other European leaders have to negotiate with Putin, but said he would be doing everything I can to the diplomatic process. He said, "I'm going to be doing everything I can to help the diplomatic process. I'll be talking to various leaders, including Joe Biden, very soon." Mr. Johnson also insisted Ukraine's sovereign right to seek admission to NATO cannot be traded away. He told reporters, "I think it's very important that we have a conversation, but what we can't do is trade away the sovereign rights of the Ukrainians who aspire to NATO membership. That's something that was a massive gain for our world. If you remember what happened in 1990, you had a Europe whole and free, countries could decide their own futures. We can't bargain that away. It's for the Ukrainian people." Mr. Johnson's comments come after Armed Forces Minister James Heappey renewed calls to British expats living in Ukraine to leave the country while commercial flights are still available. Mr. Heappey warned an attack on Ukraine could be imminent and time between any way is declared and the first bombs would be scarce.